Brian McFadder.
This was not a called play. This was a high snap, and he decided he couldn't get it off.
I think Mark Jones put the bug in his ear.
Hey, I've had punters do that when it wasn't called. I fired the guy in a Baltimore game. Makes me
ineligible receiver downfield. That's the signal from the referee, Bernie Kukar. They lose the down.
Yes, nice take over. Take a look from the end zone. You'll see it's a high snap over there to his right shoulder. He doesn't think he can get it off, so he takes off, and he's going to throw the ball now. He looks. There's more than one white jersey downfield to the right side, or you can't see on that shot.
Remember, in the World League, unlike the NFL, on the snap, you can all release and go downfield. So a busted play, a punter is going to have to keep it and run with it and not throw the ball. You're never going to be able to get it off.
The offensive team is on the field. Yeah, let's go.
The Knights are ready, but Peter Bush was not clear on the rule.
He cracked it. Oh, yeah, I didn't see him call time. All I saw was 86 call time.
So
boy,
now,
that's like a fumble right there. That's a turnover. It's like a block punt. That's what it is. That's what it amounts to with the penalty.
Yeah. Well, I came to this side. I started to break underneath it real quick.
Shit. Taking a look at it again, you'll see he makes the decision. He can't get it off. So he gets outside, starts running, and as Brent said, they cover right now. They don't have to wait to hear the punt. They're the ball punted. Too many men downfield. Now, hey, that's loss of down. On fourth down, you don't get 5 of them. That's like throwing an interception or a punt block.
Is this what you would call favorable field position?
That's a short field to play on. And now down here, New York likes to run that option play. They really like to run it. I wouldn't be surprised if they come with it early. Man-to-man coverage.
Reno! Go!
Bring it down to the right. Big opening. He'll walk in. Just like you said, and Jeff Graham takes it into the end zone for 6 more.
Did you hear him call the audible? He called green Reno. Reno means I'm going to go right with the play. You'll see what I'm talking about here. He's on the line of scrimmage, and he yells Reno, meaning right. He had a call. They pick up the stunt up inside, see him seal it. The man takes a pitch, man. Nobody takes the quarterback. He walks in for the score, and believe me, he's not a wishbone quarterback. Just no one took him.
Barry Belli to attempt the extra point. His punter, Lil Jadal, the holder.
Oh, look at that. Wasn't a pretty.
So Jeff Graham scores his 5th rushing touchdown of the season. And the run and shoot continues to run it in for scores. We'll be right back.
If you're considering...
Birmingham needs to fire up its offense to stay in the playoff hunt. They travel to Frankfurt to tackle the Galaxy in the World League next Sunday on ABC Sports.
Well, there's the British flag flapping in the wind here in the Raleigh, Durham area. The unbeaten Monarchs, and next Saturday night, what a happening in the Meadowlands as the New York, New Jersey Knights will host them. For those of you who want to see that game, it starts at 8 o'clock on Saturday night. They're expecting a big crowd for that one. Here the ball is brought to the 25-yard line as the Knights move in on a 1-play scoring drive with Jeff Graham running 14 yards, their 2nd touchdown on the ground, and they lead by 2. And next Sunday, we make our way back to Europe. How's your jet lag, Dick?
Not bothering me. What makes me mad about that trip, we're not going to be able to see the Saturday night game.
That's right. It'll be fun to see. We'll be in Frankfurt for a Sunday afternoon game or a Sunday night. So we have an injured Knight on the field. Mark Moore, one of their fine safeties. Hargrove also shook it up on that tackle, and we'll come right back.
After all, why make things tougher on your engine? Castrol GTX, engineered for today's smaller cars.
Former world and Olympic champions meet in the first ever Pro Gymnastics Championships. plus the Pimlico Special. It's all live Saturday on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
That accurately reflects the kind of game we're watching here this afternoon. Raleigh Durham has rushed for 11 yards and passed for 18 yards, so they will try it again. Having difficulty even recording first downs against this tough Knight defense. 1st and 10 for Joe Pizzo.
481!
Keeping it on the ground, and a nice run by Bryn Lowry. Let's go down to Mark Jones with Jeff Graham. Mark?
Jeff, it seems like you really like to call your own number down there. We've seen you do it a few times, take it in yourself for the touchdown.
Well, it works out that way most of the time. I don't usually, I'd much rather have the other guys score, but sometimes when they give us a look like that, you can't help but take it in.
What's the biggest difference between this Knights club earlier and right now?
I think we're playing with a little bit more confidence. Everybody, knows their assignments a little bit better and executing a little bit better. And playing with more confidence really helps right now, especially.
Jeff Graham, the quarterback, soon to hit Broadway. The quarterback near you.
We have 3rd down.
Mark, thank you. Now it'll be 3rd down for the Skyhawks. Nothing coming easy against this defense.
No, but they did come out and try to take the pressure off the quarterback and run up inside that defensive line and slow him down. And Gabe's running these elite plays right now. And Joe Herring, the defensive coordinator for the New York Jersey Knights, said if they decided to really run at him, he was concerned and he would come in with 5 defensive linemen and play the old George Allen jumbo defense.
Set! 488! 488! Hot!
They are now with a first down. They were 0 for 4 on 3rd downs until that burst by Bryn Lowry.
That was not clean, but it was effective. They made their first down. He bounds it in. You see the defense actually over-penetrated, and a real good effort by Bryn Lowry, number 30, to mush that thing up for the first down.
And their second first down overall for the game as the cheer goes up from the Skyhawk fans who've had little to cheer about here this afternoon.
488!
Now 1st and 10, and Pizzo throws incomplete. Hines, the receiver.
Pizzo's struggling a little bit, but I think what's making him struggle is the pressure and then the coverage. You notice even then, if that ball's thrown right to the receiver, the defender's going to deflect it. Right in position. Well-disciplined defensive football team in their zone drops.
Set! Omaha 67! Omaha 67!
He's run burst corner patterns. Now watch him go to the corner.
Chased out of the pocket. Sheds the tackler. Now he's beyond the scrimmage line. Fumble, and the Skyhawks appeared to pounce on it.
2 first
Kevin
downs.
Sprinkles, a tight end, recovering.
See, he saw the double zone defense, meaning 2 deep, going to divide the field in half, and he wanted double corners to the east sideline, and he tried to get it there, but the pass rush got to him. He just didn't have time. You'll see him right there, the left of your screen, getting deep. They ran a stunt up inside. Here comes Campbell, number 99. He gets outside of that one. He's buying his own time. Schlichting 92 misses him. Now he's a running quarterback again. See, hey, get down. Get those pads down. They knocked that ball out from behind. He runs a 4.7 40, so he's not a slew foot.
Bringing the chains across to the near side of the field, and it is a first down, as you said.
They're going to have a number of those plays if they're going to move the ball against this defense. Some broken plays turned into big plays. See, a lot of times when a quarterback gets in that scramble situation, Brent, and the defense is not disciplined or maintain their zones in the field, they'll break it and they'll turn somebody loose in the field, and the quarterback will throw it downfield. This time, good defensive discipline.
Set! 488! 488! Hut!
Won't get this one off. He was torn apart by David Adine out of Wyoming, number 93.
David Adine, he's not a starter, but he came into the ball game with 2 sacks, so he can rush the passer. Coming from the right guard position, there he comes right off. There he just beats him badly. He beat Terry Gray, number 64, on that play.
That sack for a 10-yard loss.
This offensive line is very small. for a professional offensive line with the injured starters out of there.
It's kind of interesting that the Knights are dominating him much more than London did last Sunday.
Yeah. Fumbled it. He was trying to get rid of the football and couldn't get rid of it. I thought he fumbled it.
Well, they're going to mark it down, it appears, right there.
See, there's where McAllister would help him, because I think he could bust outside that rush, break outside that rush, and maybe scramble a little bit better. But you can see he has no place to go. He has 3, 4 people on him right there. Hey, that is a fumble. Hey, that is a fumble. Yeah.
Pat Marlett ripped into him at the end, and McAllister better get up in the bullpen, I think.
He may not want to. Good draw.
Hand off to Lowry. Lowry to the 30-yard line, but that will still leave him about 25 yards shy of the first down.
You know, you can see there, Miklas, number 69, is reaching out. He got him by the face mask, but they missed that one. But here comes the rest of the black jerseys. Just too many guys breaking down in protection. They're being overpowered physically, not making mental mistakes.
Let's see if they go after Bush again. They were close last time, and he ran.
That's
Gets
a
this one
return
off.
type ball.
Alexander's got it at the 36-yard line. Alley on the right side, and he is out of bounds at the Raleigh-Durham 45. So when you come back, the Knights will be threatening again in Carolina.
If you think you can't afford a Canon color laser copier, maybe you can't afford to be without one. Call 1-800-OK-CANON.
We're at Carter Finley Stadium on the campus of North Carolina State with Dick Vermeil and Mark Jones. I'm Brent Musburger. So far, the New York and New Jersey Knights have dominated this game against the winless Raleigh-Durham Skyhawks. They have scored 2 touchdowns running. They're up by 14 points. We have 3 minutes and 57 seconds left here in the first half. The Knights have the ball at the Skyhawks 45-yard line. And we'll remind you that at the conclusion of this, we'll take you for the final round of the GTE Byron Nelson Classic. After 3 rounds, Tom Kite holding a 2-shot advantage. He's a Texan. Bruce Litsky among that group in second place. So the final round coming your way from the Byron Nelson. Right now it is 14-0. Jeff Graham, the Knights quarterback. The Knights have won 3 in a row. They're in first place in the North American East of the World League.
Combo.
And it'll be second down for the Knights.
I don't know how many of those center quarterback change problems they've had this year, but each time I've seen them play, they've ended up with that problem. Take a closer look. Maybe we can see who's at fault so we can blame somebody. You know, someone's always got to take the blame.
Typical coach.
Yeah. The quarterback coach says it's the center's fault. The offensive line coach says it's the quarterback's fault. You call it. Should never happen.
Second down, 15 yards for the first down. They'll run the draw play. This has been very effective here this afternoon. Wilkerson pounds to the 43-yard line. It'll be about a 3rd down and 8.
Wilkerson will be at 100 yards before halftime if he keeps going.
H under.
Mouse Davis calling the play. Sending it directly into quarterback Jeff Graham's helmet.
What he wants to do is get the ball to Monty Gilbreth, number 81, his H-back.
He's lined up to the quarterback's left. He's a slot receiver there, number 81.
There he is. He's under.
He'll throw to him, crossing over. He turns for the first down.
Yep.
They had him short of the first down if they could have tackled him.
And that shows you, that's a great example of why Mouse Davis likes the small, quick, mobile receiver, because they can break away from initial tacklers. See, they go on him, they're playing a man-to-man, too loose to the outside. He gets it. Now watch, they both come in on him. Poor tackling, but he uses his mobility. See, he's not a very big guy at 5'7", but he is quick.
1st and 10 at the Skyhawks 33. The draw again with Wilkerson. Rabizna there defensively for the Skyhawks. So we've reached the 2-minute warning of the first half, with the Knights shutting out the Skyhawks 14-0.
Power stick for 24-hour control.
Well, the international teams with another big night, and you'll see highlights coming up at halftime. Right now, let us go downstairs and check in with Mark Jones. Mark?
You know, quarterback Joe Pizzo is a real competitor. He once took a cast off his leg on a Friday to play on a Saturday in college. Well, he might need a cast after this game. After that last series, he was dragging his head when he came off. He looks battered, beaten, and bruised. He's got cuts and bruises all over his arms and legs. I wouldn't doubt that we'll see Bobby McAllister sometime in the second half. Back upstairs.
Thank you, Mark. We may have to see Bobby McAllister. Huh? Perhaps you're right, Dick. He might not be too eager to get in there. Now it is 2nd down and 9.
It looks like they're coming after him. He's audible. He's audible. He's going to go deep. Go ahead, lay it up.
He will. He got his man coverage. Diving. Almost a spectacular reception by Turner.
See, you can see that. He read the blitz. He audible quickly. And that's why the coach has to get the play called early, so he does have time to go ahead and make this audible. See, bump and run coverage on Padilla, number 31. See, Padilla Samuels, the ball's thrown right where it has to be. And I'll tell you this, there are times that Turner will make that catch. Not this time, though.
3rd down and 9.
61.
Screen.
Graham fires that screen to Wilkerson. And with blockers in front of him, Wilkerson, but fumble. Skyhawks recover on the 8-yard line. Wilkerson fumbled, and Raleigh Durham has recovered. Gerald Mack pounces on the loose ball.
To do all that running and then fumble, sure a waste of time, isn't it? Might as well fumble when you get it. You can run all that distance. He got stripped out by Padilla Samuels, number 31, came in from behind him and just reached in and ripped it out of there. Good defense. You know, coaches teach this. Coaches teach people to strip the ball out of there. Good job.
But it's as good as a well-placed punt inside the 10-yard line. Joe Pizzo remains at quarterback here late in the first half. Bringing the end around, he's going to have to get out of that end zone. And down at the 5-yard line, running for his life, Reggie Berry brings him down, avoiding the safety back there. And it was indeed number 82, Clarence Sear.
Hey, I'll tell you, you got to have guts to call an option pitch reverse into your own end zone.
Whoa.
And Gabriel, you know, Gabriel as a quarterback was a very aggressive signal caller, and I think that's demonstrating aggressive signal calling. Yeah, very aggressive.
So New York now using a timeout.
Post draw. Post draw.
Did not take him long to call that play.
No, he came up with the draw call.
Look at the dang ball on the ground. Can you believe that? Hey, you got to put it away. You're getting the traffic.
He's a wonderful character.
Yeah, he is. Fine football coach. Here's that last play from the end zone. Now watch him flip that out there. Oh my gosh. Marlett, number 94, almost got him for the safety. He uses the mobility to get outside and get back up to the 5-yard line.
One of the things about the Knights and their players, their morale is very high, and we have got to credit the owner, Bob Sillerman, with helping that out a lot. He makes sure that the team comes together every Thursday night in that area for a team dinner. Bob picks up the check, and I tell you, the players really appreciate that.
Oh, they do, and that adds depth to the morale of the squad. The coach can't do it all by himself.
From the end zone, Pizzo goes for the home run, underthrows, and intercepted by Jones.
To use your last expression, that's as good as a punt.
Now they'll come back from midfield with 120.
See, to turn it over now, they have plenty of time with 1:20 to take it down there and get at least a 3. He has enough time here. He sidesteps and he throws it, and it's just underthrown. And again, he's throwing that ball high, and he's throwing it into a pretty good wind blowing right into the face of that throw. You'll see, there it is. He had him a step or two.
Now against the clock, the run and shoot. Knights will try to stick one in quickly if they can. Gilbraith at the 25-yard line. So there's half of the distance they need.
You can't allow those guys to run down those seams in between defenders against the zone without chucking them as they come off the line of scrimmage. It's a gimme.
The Black Knights of the Hudson. Now there are 2 Black Knights on the Hudson.
Graham has probably brought this into the mouth seeing that stuff.
We're going to call 2 plays. So we're going to call load 60-32. That's what we're going to call first. Then we're going to call load 60 Z choice special. We're right on the ball, ready to go. Both of them are on 2. Okay, let's go.
You got that? Load, meaning he's going to come to a triple formation. 3 receivers to one side.
We automatically stop the clock on first down. Oh, really?
Yeah, within the 2-minute rule.
And instead, they use a timeout.
Here we go. We're going to go
so
run
there's only
2 plays.
one left.
We're going to run 2 plays in a row.
Yeah.
Both of them on 2. First one's load 60-32. The second one's going to be load 60 Z-choice special. Both of them are on 2, all right?
You're on the ball quick.
Yeah. Load 60-32 on 2. Ready?
So here we come. Back-to-back plays for the Knights. They'll try to get it in here with 1:12 to go in the first half.
Raleigh Durham is faking. It's going to show blitz right now. I don't know if they're going to do it, but
Red 18.
There's the load look on the left.
Red
Yeah.
60-32.
he just audible. He audible.
Go. Put.
And they'll run Wilkerson to the 22-yard line.
He did him a favor, audible into the draw, because he had beautiful one-on-one coverage up there on the top.
Here's the second play.
Go.
One-on-one,
that's what
hits
he
his
had.
man at the 10 for the first down, and it was Lonnie Turner, 86.
Graham was so excited when he saw that he couldn't wait to get it called. That's what he had a minute ago. I said, geez, go up there, and he ran the draw instead. But he came back and ran that single slant pattern up there against one-on-one coverage.
Raleigh Durham taking one of its 2 timeouts and giving the Knights an opportunity to regroup. They were having difficulty substituting
we're
defensive players down here.
So that we don't get caught with too many men on the field.
Taking a look up here, you'll see there was a one-on-one coverage here on the receiver down here off the screen. It was one-on-one. See, no defenders in here. They just went ahead and took the little slant pattern. See, here he goes. See, no help inside. He comes down and gets it right in there. Doesn't take a great quarterback to throw that one with the cornerback that far off.
Dick, how much better are the Knights than when we saw them lose in Barcelona and London?
Well, their definition of what they're doing offensively is so much better. You know, they weren't a bad defensive team even within the first 3 losses, but their definition offensively.
Now, you thought they were going to come on strong. What did you see then?
Well, first off, you study Mouse Davis's coaching career. Every place he's been, he's won. Every place he's been, his offense has been one of the best, including the NFL. I just felt that would rub off in this organization if they didn't go in the tank after those 3 losses.
I'm such a front runner, I gave up early.
Oh,
but you
guys are all alike.
First down. First and goal situation. 1 timeout to go. He's got his time. Touchdown. Gilbraith all alone.
No excuse for that. Man-to-man coverage, and no one covered him. That's a mental breakdown, not a physical. It's bad enough to get beat physically, but don't get beat mentally.
Come on.
You'll see him in the slot right there to the right center of your screen. Number 81, he ran right between 2 people. Right between 2 people. They say, you take him. No, you take him. Now they'll go back and say, who should have taken that guy?
Terry Belli kicks his 3rd extra point, and the Knights' lead swells to 21 points. They came into this game favored by 11. So we've been,
Hi, Dad. Give me some of this.
Love you.
Jeff Graham only reported on March 14th. Lonnie Turner preceded him by a couple of weeks along with Kip Lewis, and then on April 3rd, they decided that Belli could not handle both functions, and they went for a field goal, and Lil Jadal would do all the punting. Dick, what's your feeling as a coach? Someone tried to be both a punter and a field goal specialist.
I think if someone could do it, they'd been doing it in the National Football League, you know, and I just don't think you can do it.
Now, Kip Lewis there on the left, number 88, such an interesting story. His father, Sherman, an assistant coach with the San Francisco 49ers. His father turned down the head coaching opportunity with the Knights prior to the hiring of Mouse Davis. Kind of an interesting story.
I tell you that New York's doing a good job inside the 20-yard line now. They've been down there 4 times, and they've scored all 4 times, except for when they ran the ball in there and fumbled it.
Dick, let me ask you something. Roman Gabriel had never been a head coach in a professional level. It's got to be very difficult coming into a league like this, isn't it?
Oh, sure it is. Plus, you need good help with your staff. You've got to make sure that you have, you know, no head coach can do it all by himself. You've got to have the right people surrounding you to help you. You can't do it all by yourself.
Hargrove was tackled by Les Jackson.
Red left,
There's
24
Roman.
lead ball.
Great quarterback in the National Football League, but it's a different business becoming a head coach at the professional level and putting together a staff. And remember, these teams all started from the same talent pool, and the Skyhawks find themselves troubled at 0-6
with a lot of injuries, though. More injuries than anybody we've seen this year, really. And when you only have a 36-man roster, wow. They're going to run the lead draw to the right side over here. Oh, good job of defense by Campbell, number 99. Campbell did a good job. You know, he's a stand-up outside linebacker, and they're playing him down in a 3-point stance right now. But he's a big, strong, physical guy. He did a nice job on that one.
So the Knights will take a 3-touchdown lead into the locker room here at halftime. The Knights ran for 2 touchdowns and passed for a 3rd. And Mouse Davis is with our Mark Jones, so downstairs we go.
Mouse, you're up 21-0. How do you keep your team emotionally high for the second half? Because you've pretty much had your way here in the first few minutes.
Seems to me that we should have a couple more touchdowns, so we're going to do a little biting and barking on that. We should have, first of all, we should have gotten a field goal that we missed, should have another touchdown we missed. So I think there's a lot of things to talk about, Mark. I don't think we are all that excited about 21. We certainly should have a little more than that.
Spoken like a true coach, never, ever happy. Good luck in the second half. Back upstairs.
All right, I love that biting and barking. And we'll have more biting and barking after this message from the World League and a word from our ABC stations.
The World League of American Football is orchestrated by the beat of an international rhythm.
Von der Run-Shoot Offense wird sehr viel gesprochen im Augenblick in der World League.
We don't return it for a touchdown. We put the offensive on, you huddle up, and we're going ninja to the wide field. Ninja to the wide field. All right. Ninja to the wide field.
Here's Bell with a Statue of Liberty handoff to Mitchell. Mitchell fumbles. Now Mitchell's going to throw a pass. He's got a man wide open. He's got a 10-5 touchdown.
The World League of American Football. It's out of this world. More evil than they ever suspected.
Need a floor to book and match it. The Bell Atlantic Company.
Say you needed a room for the night. Would it take credit cards?
Fact. Ford F-Series.
Police on the firing line. Monday on Eyewitness News at 11.
Welcome back to Carter Finley Stadium in North Carolina. We're at halftime in the game between the Skyhawks and the Knights. You know, as we approach playoff time in the World League's inaugural season, it's obvious that the rest of the league is still trying to play catch-up with the international teams. Action on 3 fronts last night. Let's take a look. Over 30,000 witnessed a beautiful Barcelona sunset and a football game that featured defense. On the game's first play from scrimmage, Birmingham running back Elroy Harris is tackled for a safety by Eric Lindstrom. Remember the name. Tony Rice completed his first 14 passes, and this one to Gene Taylor led to this 3-yard touchdown by Lydell Carr. The former Sooner has scored a touchdown in every game this season. Birmingham may call themselves the Fire, but the Dragons weren't blowing smoke. With time running out and Barcelona leading 8-6, Eric Jones's pass is intercepted by Lindstrom. The Dragons go on to win it 11-6. Hughes Stadium was the setting, as Sacramento fans were hoping a power surge would halt the machine. Both teams have losing records, but the fans didn't seem to care. With the Surge up 20-10 in the fourth quarter, Montreal's Richard Shelton took this reverse on the kickoff and raced 90 yards for a touchdown, his second touchdown return of the game. Then the Surge lost more power, and this is what an incomplete pass sounds like to a French-Canadian from the province of Quebec. The game went to overtime, and with 3 seconds left, former Giant Bjorn Nitmo kicked the winning field goal, and for the second straight week, the Surge lost it in the extra quarter. Game time temperature was 89 degrees in Orlando, but the Thunder has been anything but hot. As far as Galaxy linebacker Yepi Powell was concerned, all Thunder players were considered primary targets. But the Thunder got it together. Kerwin Bell hit Byron Williams, and Orlando took a 7-3 lead. But Orlando could not stop Tony Baker. The Frankfurt workhorse ran the ball 20 times and caught 7 passes for a league record 173 yards. On the next play, quarterback Mike Perez fumbles on the Thunder goal line. Orlando's Wayne Davis recovers, and Perez took exception to the call.
My knees were down!
But Perez redeemed himself by hitting Craig Morton for a 36-yard touchdown. Late in the game, Baker went over on his 4th attempt from the 1. And the Galaxy's fourth quarter comeback left Orlando flat on their back. Next week, the Fire pay a visit to Frankfurt on ABC.
Speed Stick, 110% protection.
Here I am. In my
Saturday, top drivers hit the track in pursuit of the coveted pole position at the Indianapolis 500 time trial. Then the Pro Bowlers Spring Tour gets rolling with the Fresno Open. And on ABC's Wide World of Sports, a field of former world and Olympic champions go head-to-head for the first time as professionals. Americans Tim Daggett and Brandy Johnson are among the stars in action at the World Pro Gymnastics Championships. Plus, top thoroughbreds take off in Baltimore in the Pimlico Special. It's all Saturday on ABC Sports.
Hi, everybody. I'm Roger Twybill at the TPC at Las Colinas in Irving, Texas. They've completed 3 rounds of play in the GTE Byron Nelson Classic. And Tom Kite has a 2-shot lead over 5 players. The native of Austin, Texas, is looking for his first victory in his home state. Join us later today right here on ABC.
Well, we're back here in the Raleigh-Durham area, but it's been all New York, New Jersey. 21-0 over the Skyhawks. And Dick Vermeil, how about the numbers?
Well, I think right here, the -7 sort of shows you what the first half was all about. -7 yards in passing, 32 yards rushing, total yards rather. That just shows you how the game is being dominated. Plus in the turnovers that are even, but when the Knights got the turnover, they went and scored with it.
Well, the Knights scored their first 2 touchdowns rushing, and then finally they passed for 1.
Well, and this was a gimme. The defense made a mistake in the coverage. They turned him loose in the end zone. See, he didn't even want to throw over to his left. He wanted to throw to his right. Might as well take the guy. No one was covering him.
Now, if the Knights win, they'll have a big hold on first place in the North American East. Now, we're in week 7, 10 weeks, and then 4 teams go to the playoffs. The 3 division winners and the best second-place team. They will make the playoffs. Now, the 2 division winners with the best records will host the first-round games, But a wild card team cannot play a team in its own division. In other words, Barcelona and London cannot come together in the first round. Now, there is an asterisk to all this. Wembley is not available in London on June 2nd. Therefore, if London holds on, wins first in the European, they will be coming to the United States for that first round game. They're in the U.S. right now for a game tomorrow night in San Antonio. And then next Saturday, the big one in the Meadowlands. London against New York, New Jersey. We'll be coming back with the second half of the night. Oh, maybe the Skyhawks could use him at wide receiver.
A look behind the scenes as sports and science converge, brought to you by AT&T. The contact sport of football is very damaging physically. When a player goes down with an injury, the first question is often how to diagnose the problem. 20 years ago, the development of arthroscopy gave doctors the ability to look inside joints like the knee to diagnose cartilage and ligament tears. But this is an invasive surgical procedure, and there are some injuries that arthroscopy cannot detect. More recently, magnetic resonance imaging has impacted injuries. Because MR is non-surgical, if no injury is found, the athlete can often return to competition right away. This sports science segment has been brought to you by AT&T.
Here's Best Weather Beater paint sale. This satin finish is on sale, only $17.99, only at Sears.
Nobody's cooking like today's KFC.
The World League of American Football. Brought to you by Delta Airlines. We love to fly, and it shows. By Kentucky Fried Chicken. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC. And by the Upjohn Company. If you're concerned about hair loss, see your doctor.
The New York, New Jersey Knights stalking their fourth straight win with a 3-touchdown lead, and they will kick it off to start the second half. Barry Belli out of Fresno State. He broke all the kick-scoring records out at that school. And back deep, that is Marvin Hargrove. Is back there with Gerald Mack. And he'll drive him deep. He's got to run it out, or they'll bring it to the 10-yard line. Hargrove
nice
is
tackle.
hammered down at the 11-yard line. And let's check in with Mark Jones. Mark?
At halftime, I spoke with Coach Roman Gabriel of the Skyhawks and asked him about a quarterbacking change. The coach said that he's going to leave Joe Pizzo in there because nobody on the offense has executed properly in the first half. It's not Pizzo's fault, but he said he wouldn't hesitate to make a change if he has to in the third quarter. Back upstairs.
I'm going to go back to calling him Joe Piscopo. Maybe it'll help. He was 2 of 10 for 18 yards and sacked twice for 25 yards and losses. And that's how they got to their net of -7 in the first half. They need 3 touchdowns to get in this one. Lowry and Birch are the running backs. Incomplete.
You take a look at the Skyhawks' first half possessions, and they were very unproductive. They had one 8-play drive, and that ended up with a punt. I mean, there's no way you can put points on the board.
Well, they have not been in New York territory this game. They drove to their own 47-yard line. That is their deepest penetration. They have not crossed midfield yet. And the Knights with that 4-man defensive front.
368.
The draw play.
I'll tell you, that little running back earns his yards, doesn't he? He does a good job.
Ron Sacho
does a good job.
Stop, and that running back, Bryn Lowry, is 5'10", 205 pounds. He played in the ACC, so he's probably been here as a collegiate at Carter Finley Stadium. He played at Maryland.
You know, he had a tryout with the Kansas City Chiefs last year, and I saw him in that camp, and he did a good job. He was a respectable football player.
Shotgun
421.
formation.
No.
421.
They're coming after him. Here they come. I hope they pick it
Sancho
up.
is through. And they got it off to the hot receiver, Melvin Patterson, quickly, but Pizzo took a thumping.
You're going to see here on this screen, we got a shot of all 22. You'll see the linebackers here coming. No one gets to him, but he gets it off quickly. Boy, this is getting it off. See, no one gets out, so the center was trying to get out. Oh, my God. 3 guys hit him. You talk about a quick release. Here's the rush again. Here comes Sancho, number 52. He hits the passing arm. He gets taken down low.
426.
Ball is at the 23-yard line. First and 10. Pizzo over the middle, complete. And to the 44-yard line, Patterson again. So Pizzo to Patterson for 21 yards.
You know, Pizzo really shows me some class. He's been harassed the whole ball game so far. There, he's harassed again. He still sits in there, doesn't panic, and throws down the hole to Patterson, hits him right where he has to, makes him go up over those linebackers for the ball. Hey, that's a good job by Joe Pizzo.
And midfield is in sight for the Skyhawks.
Set. 117. 117. Hot. Hot. Hot.
Movement.
I think that's on the defense.
The defense may have made contact first, but then
On defense.
the offense picked up and moved. Let's see what happens here.
Marlott on defense went after him, and I think Jason Kuipers, the left guard, number 60, might have moved, but I think it's on the defense.
Yeah, the defense came across and had contact first. That's what happened here.
Well, I think Marlott, number in the middle of your screen there, thought the left guard moved.
Oh, there's no question that was contact.
Yeah, no question about that. He was saying that Kuipers moved it.
First and 5. This is the deepest penetration of the game for Raleigh Durham. They've almost made it to midfield.
389. Hot.
You remember last week against London, they executed a beautiful first drive of the third quarter. Remember, took it all the way down and fumbled it on the 6-inch line? So, hey, maybe they're going to do that again today.
Oh, they can't stand prosperity. Take them back to the 44-yard line.
Okay. So I write 17.
There's a great legend, Claude Humphreys.
Oh, is he something special? I had the good
One of the
fortune.
assistants here at Raleigh Durham.
Had the good fortune to coach him for 3 years at Philadelphia. What a player, and even more so, what a person.
Good run by Birch. And that's the first foray into night territory.
They did a nice job there. Pulled that old backside counter gap play that the Redskins make so popular and run so efficiently in the National Football League.
Here we go, hurry up.
Second
Triple right,
and a couple.
Triple right zoom, play pass 34 hunt, 271, check, block, down, two, ready?
They're running a play action pass.
488! 488! Hot, hot.
And Pizzo fires for the first down and touchdown. Clarkston Hines walks in as the corner fell.
Reggie Berry, number 20. You'll see the right cornerback, Berry, falls down right there. They were in blitz coverage. No help inside. Safety's all up covering. Backs out of the backfield. That's a gimme touchdown for Clarkston Hines.
Good job, good job. Good.
Wilson Hoyle. No good on the extra point.
Take a look at the play in isolation. It's just a slant pattern. You'll see there's no help inside. He's trying to cover him inside. He drives for the slant. He slips and falls on that natural turf. Oh, Clarkson